Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you haven't seen that video, I give you a sneak peek into the book cover that I have had the opportunity to create for this wonderful author. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. It really does help my channel out and it means a lot to me. So thank you for everyone who has already done that. The book is called From Your Heart, The Shilling Can, and the author is Ed Golden. He has written many books, and I was very grateful when he contacted me and asked me if I would be a part of his new book. This book is being released June 1st, and if you would like to check it out, I'll leave a link to his book in the description below. The book is being released on June 1st, but if you pre-order through the link in the description before the book is released, you can get it before the price goes back up. The book is set in 1860s England. A poor woman must make a choice: stay and never raise beyond a novice schoolteacher, or take a chance at a new life. Penny is offered a chance to go to America one day while walking through a marketplace. With generations of being poor and never amounting to anything in London, she accepts the one-way ticket to a better life. Although her trip wasn't smooth sailing, she eventually sees the new land. Once there, she's caught in a love triangle between William, her savior, and Eddie, a bothersome pest who works at the school with her. As William heads to England one last time, tragedy strikes. Eddie, finally seeing his chance. How could she refuse him now? Will Penny accept Eddie's proposal, or is her love for William too strong to give up hope? If this book sounds intriguing to you and you would like to hear more from the author himself, I've included a special link in the description below just for you. I always start all my paintings off with a basic sketch and then go over top of that in acrylics. And I do this for a few different reasons. One, I like to get the feel of what the painting's gonna look like with the colors laid down, everything in the right place, and it helps me to see a little bit more and understand a little bit more of where this is going to go from here. And two, it's really hard to work on a stark white canvas and get the colors that you want to get. I wanted to slow this section down right here just to show you the detail that I do when I create trees. I use a very fine liner brush and I just do 100,000 little dots within the trees, and I go back and forth between the dark leaves and the light leaves. I just go back and forth layering them on top of each other, and I save my brightest highlights till the very, very end where the sun is hitting those leaves directly, and that is what helps shape the tree even more. The other really big thing that's helped me to have my trees look realistic is making sure that they're not so clumpy at the very top. What I mean by that is that there's a lot of holes in trees. There's a lot of gaps. If you go out and look at a tree, you'll see a lot of sky behind them. And you want to make sure that in your painting you have that too. So even though the mass of this are tree leaves, in the very beginning, that's why I just covered the entire thing up with roughly the colors that I was going to be using. And then I go back in and I put in all these little blue dots to bring back in the sky that we were missing. And I do it at that stage because I always felt that if you did all the leaves and then tried to come back in and put blue, it makes it look like the blue is sitting on top of the tree, and I personally have just never liked that. So after I get my acrylic layer done, that's when I go in and I add in a bunch of the sky shining through with the blue, and then I go over top of that with all the details in the trees. Again, I wanted to slow this section down and show you again how much detail I put into these trees. And I always feel that the more detail you can put into something, the more realistic it's going to look. I know it's really hard to see all the detail when it's going so quickly, and that's why I like slowing these little portions down, because it does honestly take a very long time to do all of these dots, and I'm not sure if you want to see an entire painting done in real time. If that is something you want to do, leave a comment down in the description below and tell me if you really do want to see a painting like this start to finish in real time. It will definitely have to be cut up into mini videos because I spend probably about 20 to 50 hours on a painting depending on the size. I wanted this to feel like a rare sunny day in London as sparks fly between these two characters taking a quiet stroll through an autumn landscape. I feel the beautiful rays of light that shine through the trees give a sense of hope, like a light in the darkness. If you have any questions about my process, I love talking shop with all of you. You have such interesting questions, and I love getting to know you. So if there is anything that you do want a little bit more clarification on, message me on any of my other social media sites or leave a comment in the description below. I read every single one of them and I do my absolute best to respond to every single comment. So this part was challenging yet fun all at the same time. Now, because I am a landscape painter, I hardly work with people, and we wanted to have the two main characters in the book taking a stroll down this autumn path. So I had to add the characters. And this is where I totally screwed up. I realized after I did this that the customer wanted a green dress, not a blue dress. This is totally my fault. But the good thing about that is because the dress was blue, all I had to do was add some yellow on top of it and mix what was already on the canvas, and it made it into the green. So practice makes perfect, right? What I did over the green dress was I just grabbed a rag and I just placed it on top. That's the one beautiful thing about oils is they can be very, very forgiving. When you mess up, all you really have to do is just wipe them off. And that's what I did. When I placed it on top of the canvas, all the oil soaked into the rag. And when I gently lifted up, I didn't touch or mess up any other part of the canvas. I just was able to remove her dress and lay the new color down. I wanted them to have enough detail to look like they fit into the painting, so I had to do a lot of research on how to make the clothing look realistic. Now right here I am adding bright white with just a tiny hint of orange. It almost makes it look a little peach, but with it up against all the other colors in the trees, it really does look bright white. And I'm doing this because the sun is shining on certain parts of the tree, and that is where those bright highlights I talked about earlier that I saved for the very end, that's where those are coming in. And then I'm adding on the grass at the very end and tying up a bunch of little details, and this painting is completed. What am I trying to say? Oh, stretch. I keep getting tongue-tied. Let's do this. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. And again, if you want to check out that book, it's on pre-order right now. It is released June 1st, and the link to that book is in the description below, as well as all the material that I use throughout the video. You guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!